Okay, so I've gone ahead and cinched up my last bit, joined it together. I hope you managed to follow all that. Right, what I've done now is, now that it's all joined together as one piece, looks actually quite nice like that. Quite like that. I like the nice neat edges, I quite like the uniformity of it. Anyway, yes, next I'm going to do this edge. So I've gone ahead and added a thread and a needle. Actually, I've done one to both sides. So you only need to join this one to start with. You can do the other one afterwards, but I've done it just to make it easier for me to carry on and film. So yeah, I'll zoom in on there. Right. So what I'm going to do is add a picot all the way down. I tried it in different sizes and it seems to work best if I use a combination of the 15s and the 11s. So it's going to be 115, 111, 115, like so. And we're coming out of this bead here. So we're going to go in the next bead, like so. And we've gone in here, so we're going to come out the next bead beside it. Give it a good tug so there's no thread showing, like that. And then, excuse me, I'm tangled up here. 111.0, 115.0, 111.0, 115.0. And it just depends on, and we're coming out of this one here, we're going to go in the one beside it. Yeah, it depends on what side, kind of a look you want as to what size beads you would use. Looking at the pattern, the picture, the challenge, I think she's used 11s, but all the way along. But the thing with that is, it's going to be really tight. I mean, it's quite tight with the 15s, to be fair. So, and I want it to sit really nice and straight, so I don't want it to be wavy when it's finished. And if you make it so that it's too tight, it's going to be wavy. It's not going to sit flat. And yeah, if it's not sitting flat, I probably won't wear it. So, seeing as I'm making this for myself, it's just an experiment. So, right, I'm coming in here. So go out with the one beside it, like so. Yeah, you can use different combinations of beads for your picot, different sizes and different, you know, different types of beads. But I think I like it when it sits nice and neatly, so I'm using the 15s. But I don't want to use all 15s, or I think it's going to be too small compared to the other side, and it's going to look off, not big enough. But yeah, if I use all the 11Os, I think it's going to be wonky, and I'd like it to sit nice and flat. See how lovely that looks. It's very, very simple to do, but very effective on your finished piece. So rather than just a flat edge there, you've got that lovely little, that bit of threads showing. It's not really tight enough there. That won't show anyway. Right, do one more so you can see. 115, 111, 115, and we've gone in here, so we're going to come out the bead beside it, just like so. Oh, I've already put the things on. What am I doing? So again, that happens when I talk. See? Didn't come out first. Let's take these back off. why I bead alone. So I don't have to talk to anyone and I can focus. Right, see, I didn't come back out, did I? I just left it there. Got to come out of the bead beside it before we pick up our beads. Like so, give it a tug so that thread doesn't show through. 115, 111, oops, 115, like so. And then coming out this one, you're going to go back in down there, one beside it. So this is really, really easy. As easy as peyote. There you go. So just keep going like that, adding your three little beads for your picot at the end of each one until you get to the end, and I'll meet you at the other end. Okay, so I've gone ahead and finished the picot down this side. It looks really pretty. I love it. It's really nice. Sits nicely. Right, I've had a few issues with the other side because looking at the picture, she's clearly used 3 beads, then one of these, and then another 3 to make like a long sort of 3 and 3 with that on the top to make this long, almost like a picot. And then she's done that all the way down and then gone back the other way with several other beads of a larger size and put them in between to kind of join the top row. And I've done a few rows of it, and no matter how you do it, when it's finished it kind of sits wonky like that, crinkly, because of the bulge of how many beads, and I really don't like it, so I am not going to do that. So if you wanted it exactly as she's done it, yeah, she's added 3 with this little bead in the middle, so 3 of the 15s and then one of these and then another 3, and done it all the way down and then woven back between these beads with a larger bead. But it just doesn't sit nice and flat and straight like this. And yeah, I'm a neat freak. It just just doesn't work for me in reality. It looks nice in the picture, but and it also unbalances. It makes this side sort of a lot narrower because you're adding then another bunch of beads, so it sits out here, and then obviously the weight's going to be uneven slightly, especially with so many more beads. So I thought it looked neater, so I've adapted the pattern, so it's not going to be exactly the same. So the challenge was to see if I could replicate the bracelet, which is going to be near enough, and I really don't like that look. So I'm going to add 2 of my 15 O's and 1 of the drop beads and 2 15 O's, and I'm coming out of here, so I'm going to go in the bead beside it like so. Now if I did want to come back down adding a bead between, I could, but it makes it, you know, wobbly. So I'm just going to go ahead and do it like this, and we'll see how this turns out. I think it's going to look better with just the 2. Might even look good with 1, to be fair. We'll go ahead anyway and see how this maps out. So 2 of your 15 O's, 1 of the drop beads, and 2 15 O's, and then down the bead beside the one you're coming out of. So you're coming out of here, just as if you're doing a normal picot, the same as the other side, just like a regular picot. And if you've never done a picot, well, the same as the one you've just done. So it's going to sit like that. So I could maybe go back down afterwards and add 1 between, see if it sits right. So we're going to do it with 2. Excuse me. Because I think that's going to be wide enough. And at the end of it, I do actually want to wear it. I don't want to make a piece and then say, okay, I've done the challenge, but I don't like it. And I'm not going to wear it. That would be a waste. Nearly did that again. Too much talking. Back through the one beside the one you're going in here. Come up one beside it. Then pick up your two 15-0s and a drop bead, two 15-0s. And just keep doing that all the way down. Like so. Yeah, it looked kind of scruffy with the, that's one of my other ends. That's alright. Snip that off, we'll get that off with the thread zapper. Put some new batteries in there. So you're coming up here, pick up one, two 15-0s, one of your drop beads, two 15-0s. Yeah, I'll just get rid of that. This is why we do our knots up here, so that when our threads, if it does come out, we can just trim it off and you're nowhere near that knot. So we'll get that out in a minute. Right, let's go down this side, the one we're coming up here. Let's go down the one beside it, like so. Oops. It's annoying as well, I haven't got the sample of it, so I can't say to you, look, this is what her one looks like, because all I've got is a picture. So that's what it's looking like so far. So that thread's annoying me. I don't think I can wait for my thread zapper to have its batteries. I'm going to cut it now. Oh, didn't cut, am I right? Just don't let it annoy me. Right, so yeah, that's what it looks like without that fluff. Right, and go up that one, and then just keep doing that all the way down. And then I think I'm going to go back. I'm not sure what bead I'm going to put in between here. I might have to put two, but I'll work that out when I get there. Right, so pick up your two 15-0s, your drop bead, and two more 15-0s, and then coming out of this one, go down the one beside it, and yeah, just keep going like that. Like so, all the way down, and then I'll decide what beads I'll add to. That's going to look nice. Yes, that's pretty. It's probably going to be a bronze, I'm not sure, but I might have to add two. I might have to add a 15 and an 11. Let's just see how it sits. Don't know, we'll see. Anyway, let's get to the end. Just keep doing that, get to the other end, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do next. Okay, so I've got to the end, and I'm just coming out there. It's got one extra bead on the end. I'll zoom in a second anyway, just have a look. I mean, I think it looks lovely just like that. That is gorgeous. But obviously the challenge was to replicate the other bracelet. So I'm going to try. See, look. I've gone all the way down, and I've got like one bead left at the end. So come out there. I'm still going to come out this one. There. But then I'm actually going to go up here. Now, I don't know if this is going to work, so don't go ahead and start beading yet. This is all an experiment. Now, I don't know. Would one 11-0 fit in there, do you think? Let's just try. Oops, catch my triangle again. I think it would, you know. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up 111.0 and just go from each drop bead to each drop bead. So I'm coming out that side of the drop bead, go through the next one, next drop bead. Is that going to be too far apart? No, I think that will sit nicely. Okay, so just do that. It's going to work. See, I tried it with the 3 and I fiddled around a few different ways, but it really, I don't know, I just didn't like it. I thought it looked, I don't know, there was something scruffy about it. So, yeah, I mean, it's not going to be evenly balanced as it is because your pico's slightly bigger this side, but that's, I think, as uneven as I want to go. So if I'd added 3 and had it up higher, maybe she did it a different way. Maybe she didn't do it like a pico. Maybe there was another way she wove it, which is why I can't seem to make it work. But I'm just going to continue on like this, all the way down with my bronze 11.0 seed beads. These are a dark bronze. Oops, don't tangle up. And get to the end and see how that looks. I think that's going to look just fine. So go ahead, pick up your 11.0s one at a time, and just keep going through these drop beads from drop bead to drop bead, missing everything else. Don't go through any seed beads, just go through the drop beads, and it will sit in the middle like that. So when it's finished, I think that's going to look quite nice. Right, yeah, go to the end with your drop beads, and I'll meet you at the other end. I mean, with your 11.0s in between your drop beads, and I'll meet you at the other end. Right, so I've got all the way to the other edge, and you can see it does this slightly bunch a bit, but yeah, when I tried it with 3 excuse me, 3 beads, it was really bunchy, and I really didn't like that look. So I've done it with 2, so it's not exactly the same as the lady's bracelet, the picture I've got, but I think that's pretty damn close. So yeah, give you a little zoom in. That's what it's going to look like on your wrist. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. Overall, it's come out really well. I've got my gap there for my clasp. Yeah, I'm really pleased with that. I don't think I am going to use that toggle. I'm really not sure yet. Let's have a look. I mean, I could do. I'll have to make the round bit to go with it, then I'll have to show you how to make a toggle. Or I could use these cut buttons. So I happen to have one in turquoise and one. I'm really not sure. Really not sure. I could just do one. She's used 2 on her. She's got 2 buttons like that one each end. I don't know if I like that or not. That arrangement, one at each end, is kind of cool, but I'm not sure. I haven't decided yet anyway. I'll get back to you when I've decided what sort of clasp I'm going to do. I'm not sure if it's going to be this one or one of these, so I really can't decide. But I've still got my thread attached, so I can work my way through these beads to add my loops for my clasping, depending on what I decide to use. I reckon you could get away with one in the middle like that. Would look really nice. I think 2 is a bit overkill. I don't like too much clasping on my work. So even though the original pattern looks like that, one on each end, I don't think I'm going to do that. And 2 on the same end would look way too much. That's too much for me. Maybe the turquoise one. Maybe the bronze one. Or maybe that one. It would work that way, wouldn't it? It would be that way, because you'd have a loop. Right, well, I'll let you know when I've done my clasp and get back to you. I might just load this tutorial as it is and then do part 3, the clasping, just so you can crack on and get on with the next piece if you've already done your peyote and you've watched part 1. Because then, yeah, the clasping is a bit of an individual thing anyway. You might decide you don't want to do this or either of these. You might do something completely different, in which case you won't want to watch part 3. So yeah, I'll do it in 3 parts, I think, the clasping separate, because you might want to get to there and decide, you know, to do your own clasping. So yeah, that was the challenge to replicate the bracelet. I think I've done quite a good job. Don't know what you think, Sarah, but I hope you like it, hope you're pleased. And you can go ahead and try it with 3 depth of beads if you want to. Or I might go away and try it again with another arrangement at the side, I'm not sure. I actually personally think it would be nice both sides with the drop beads. So I'm not really much of a one for odd. I much prefer something even. But, you know, saying that, I do think it's lovely. I really like it. So, yeah. Okay, there you go, Sarah. That's how it's done, especially for you. And I hope I've lived up to the challenge and that you're impressed. So there we go. And that's my challenge bracelet. I was set that challenge by my very good friend Sarah. Yeah, let me know what you think, guys. And I'll come back and do the clasp in a part 3 and get these 2 up so you can get going on your beadwork. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. Have an absolutely blessed day, blessed weekend ahead. And yeah, happy beading. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.